America's only Grandmaster handicapper Joe Duffy's picks, the NFL specialist, the anchor of OffshoreInsiders.com. 13-1 NFL tear, 32-19 with all football plays. Check out OffshoreInsiders.com on game day as we file this report. Not all plays are complete for this weekend. 13-1 NFL tear, though, will improve on, as well as 32-19 overall football run, exclusively at OffshoreInsiders.com, www.OffshoreInsiders.com. Monday Night Pro Football, ESPN. It is the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. At press time, Cincinnati is laying 7 with a total of 40.5. Now let's take a look at some spread betting trends, as all records are against the spread. The Steelers are 4-16 on the road against teams with a losing home record, 2-8 after allowing less than 250 total yards in their previous game. Cincinnati, 5-1 to the AFC, but 2-7 to the AFC North, 2-7 following a spread loss. The Bengals have gone over 10-3 following a straight-up loss. Pittsburgh is 18-7 in the series, and the road team is 20-8. Now, Ohio native Ben Roethlisberger has beaten the Bengals 9 out of 10 times straight up in Cincinnati. He's never thrown more than one interception in a game at Paul Brown Stadium. Now, Roethlisberger thrives in a no-huddle offense, and there are some experts who believe they will speed it up to compensate for their shortcomings and to jumpstart the offense. They had less than 200 yards Sunday. Of course, that was one of 13 NFL winners in the last 14 tries by Joe Duffy's picks, the anchor of OffshoreInsiders.com. Pittsburgh entered the season with question marks at offensive line and certainly at running back. Now, center Marquise Pouncey is out. He's already out for an offensive line that doesn't have much of a running game. Remember, their deep threat from last year, Mike Wallace, is in Miami, and it doesn't look like they've done anything to replace him. Since starting out last season 6-3 straight up, the Steelers have lost 6 of their past 8 regular season games. In fact, they're 1-4 with Benji Roethlisberger as the starter, only winning meaningless Week 17 at home against Cleveland. Pittsburgh rushing 15 times for measly 32 yards, 2.1 average. Starter Isaac Redman fumbled twice, gained 9 yards on 8 carries. Now, Stevens Howling is lost for the season. The man who was expected to be the starter, Le'Veon Bell, probably still going to be out for this game. He is out with an injury. Tight end Heath Miller has a chance of returning, but keep in mind, he's been out since December with a torn ACL. Even if he plays, boy, they're going to have to ask a lot for him in his first game back. Pittsburgh's going to have to pass to have a chance, according to a lot of the experts that we trust at OffshoreInsiders.com. Now, the one thing the Steelers have going for them, Cincinnati, a perennial underachiever off of a very tough loss, some questionable play calling by their offensive coordinator, Gruden, John's brother, but no motivation. But that might give them more motivation to rout the Steelers. Now, unlike Pittsburgh, the Bengals came out of Game 1 pretty healthy, so Bengals without question the healthier team. Who's going to win? Will the game go over or under? Who's going to cover? The answers are at OffshoreInsiders.com, www.OffshoreInsiders.com.